Hello, today we're going to focus on finding the missing angle measurement. In today's problems, you're going to be given an angle and your goal is to find the value of A. So the first thing you have to do is identify where is the unknown labeled as A located in my angle. So here I have an angle right here and I have another ray separating this angle into two parts. However, each part of the angle are different measurements. But I notice here that this entire angle is in fact 95 degrees. And this little portion here, which is actually labeled in green with this green line here, is 42 degrees. My goal is to figure out what is the value of A. So that means that is this part here, and I'm in fact going to highlight this so it's even easier for you to see. So my goal is to identify what is the value of this angle measurement known as A right here. Now notice they gave us the entire part is 95 degrees. This small portion here is 42 degrees, and this small portion here is what we have to figure out. So what I'm going to do this, I am first going to take that total amount, which is 95 degrees. And I'm going to subtract this from 42 degrees, which is that piece that I have. Now, once I do this subtraction, notice I'm setting this up on the side of my paper so I can easily do this subtraction. I get 53 degrees. That's telling me that the value of A is 53 degrees. Now, I can confirm that what I did is correct by actually doing 42 plus 53, which equals 95 degrees. Now notice it gave us that the entire angle measurement in fact is 95 degrees. Therefore, that is the correct value of A, which is 53 degrees. Now, another way of looking at this angle here, some of you might be used to seeing a bar model. Now, if I have a bar here, which is going to be 95 degrees, that's my whole. Imagine that whole amount given to us is 95 degrees. Now we have two parts. Now, one part we have is 42 degrees. But the other part we don't have, and we're going to label that A, which when in the bar models, you might have seen that as a question mark, that unknown value that we need to find. So notice the combined amount of 42 degrees and A needs to equal 95 degrees to help you find that missing value. This next problem is very similar. Notice we have a whole amount of 116 degrees. That's the entire angle measurement. This piece of my angle is 32 degrees. Now, part A, the value of A, is what we need to find. That's another missing piece of my angle. So I'm going to take the whole amount that I have of 116 degrees, and I'm going to subtract that from 32 degrees. And notice again, I'm rewriting this on the side. Okay, it's very, very important that you're able to rewrite this on the side. We're remembering, wow, we have to borrow here, and that's absolutely fine, giving me a value of 84 degrees as my missing value of A. In fact, I'm going to show that here. Now, I just want to prove to you that what we're doing is correct. And we can check that by now adding the two parts. So I'm taking the value of A that I determined, and I'm going to add that to 32. And this is just going to confirm that my subtraction was correct. And when I do my addition here, I get back to 116 degrees, which that was the given degree measurement of the entire angle. So that's telling me that the two pieces of 32 degrees and 84 degrees is in fact correct. Now you might also see angles like this. Notice we're given an angle and we're given both pieces. So here I have one piece of 30 degrees and another piece of 36 degrees. My goal is to find the entire angle measurement. So again, if you were to have that bar model, we don't know what the whole amount is, but we do know that one piece is 30 degrees And we do know that the other piece is 36 degrees. So that's showing us that together, if I combine these two amounts, it's going to give me A, which that's my goal. Now, when I hear combine two amounts, those are key words to find the total and reminding us that those key words are to tell us that we need to do addition. So here, I can do 30 degrees plus 36 degrees. And that's going to give me a total measurement of 66 degrees. And in fact, that is telling me what A equals 66 degrees. Now, today when you're completing the Google Forms, you can actually spell out degrees next to 66 as your label, because unfortunately you can't put the degrees symbol here on the Google Forms that you will have, but you can spell it out if you would like. So again, to find that total amount, I have to simply add the two pieces of the angles. For this next problem here, very, very similar to the previous one, we have a big angle. In fact, this is definitely an obtuse angle because it's definitely greater than 90 degrees. Now, I see that in red here, I don't have that total amount, but I have one piece of 40 degrees and one piece of 137 degrees. My goal here to find the value of A is to add 137 degrees plus 40 degrees. Now, once I do that, I get a total amount of 177 degrees. And in fact, that is my value of A, 177 degrees. Now notice again, all I did was take the two pieces and found the sum. Notice I rewrote the degree measurements on the side and simply added. Now in today's activities, you're going to see these two types of problems. Again, the first type of problem is going to be like this. Notice we have both pieces of the angle. Your goal is to find the total angle measurement. Now I'm going to actually highlight what A is here, what we're finding, so you can differentiate between the two types of problems that you will see. So notice that's what we're finding, the whole thing. So that means when you see a problem like that, you're going to need to add the two angles together. So I'm going to add 82 plus 36. Now again, you need scrap paper for this. Please rewrite these problems on the side so you can successfully find the answers. Now, once I do 82 plus 36, I get 118 degrees. And in fact, that is my value for A. Now, in the next problem, notice here they gave us the total amount. This is what we were just finding, but in this problem, they gave that to us. They also gave us one piece of the angle, but we need to find the other piece. Now, again, I'm going to highlight this as well so you could see the difference. Notice here, this is a piece of my angle, while in this problem, we needed to find the whole value. So when I'm finding the piece of the angle, I'm going to now take that whole amount of 145, and instead of adding for this problem, I need to subtract. So now when I subtract, I get 104 degrees for A. And 104 degrees is my answer for this part. Again, take a close look at these two different types of problems you will see today during your activities. Here, you have to find the total amount, the entire value of this whole angle that's going to require you to do addition. While in this problem, notice you're only finding that little piece, that missing piece of the angle. So that means you're now going to be subtracting because you are given that whole amount already. So instead, to find that piece, you're simply subtracting. If you need to pause this video and even record this slide on a piece of paper so it helps you with today's activities, I highly recommend that so you can refer back to this at any time. And as always, this video is also posted on my YouTube channel, so please feel free to look back at this during our geometry unit.